I spy another camera. Inside the report, page 5 of 9, structural field survey. 5 of 9, another huge camera facing the deck apparently. It looks like the end of this column right here, putting it right there. The camera. Alright, I can't believe that they don't have video of this in his office, because the office didn't go if this works. It does. Cool. So check it out. This is what I believe the epicenter is again. Right here, upper deck. So there's my so severely rubbed here and here. This is the upper deck of the building. Look at the steel. Remember, we saw the photographs from this side. Look at the steel both meeting in this direction, the butterfly wave effect. So if it was a wave effect and it started from this side waving, when it got to here, it would be a pull down, right? If it was a pull down, we would see a break in the rebar in the railing. But from this angle, we look into the video behind the dogs. We see no break in the railing. The railing looks pretty straight. But we see a break in the deck at that location. Keep in mind, the deck and the cars are at the same level. I'm going to talk about that in this drawing, how the stresses in this pool deck were shared by vehicle loads. Notice no break in that railing right there where I'm pointing, covering over. No break in the railing. So we don't have a bending moment there. Let's get on with it. So we get a break. Our butterfly here gets this all falling down. Give us a heavy rub. We need to see the rub over here also possibly. And then this side, the back side, we will not see a heavy rub. So looking at that number 42, you do not see the heavy rub. And that railing you see with the pool deck and line is in pretty good condition. So we have my bias deflection coming down here and down here, giving us our break here and all the actions happening around it. It breaks here, it falls on this open deck up here. It's open, causes it to collapse and fall in shear plane all the way back to here, where the forces are reduced. They meet what I call equilibrium. The forces trying to tear down meet forces that resist those tearing down, and they become equal right there. Literally, that's where I call equilibrium took place in that action. Same thing over here. So it comes over to here, and it stops. But doing so, here are the images showing that the deck and the parking garage are on the same plane. The pool deck and the parking garage are on the same plane. So I want you to note how that gate opens to the same level as the parking. So they're the same plane. That's where the stresses can come from. So it also pulled itself, I believe, from the structure at the ML roughly location. So there's the camera again, ML. So I believe roughly it stopped somewhere about here or here, rattling the building, and internally it then dropped the floor out to the where we see on the other side, where we see the driveway. 8 minutes go by. This has already been crippled. Pull that, yank that, waiting for it to. That's the earthquake effect, if you will. First they hear banging, they look for banging, and then the structure, just like the delay in this structure's failure, the structure and the main structure took 8 minutes. Now this is my bias location because I think it all stacks this direction. as it fails, it comes this direction. So that means this would be my crippled column at the below grade. Hopefully I do this correctly. Lobby level, pool deck area. So this area is 10-10. This area is 10-10. And we have, where's our elevation change here? We got 11-10 here. How do we get 10-10 to 11-10? It says 1 foot elevation change here. So we went up 1 foot, and yeah, I'm still very pissed off that I got that wrong over here where it looked like bars, and then it looked like bars coming here with a 2'6" setback. Now all of a sudden 2'6", or was it 1'6"? Before when I made that mistake, I'm just trying to duplicate that mistake. But now I know I just had a conflict with the plans, because it clearly, as you look through this gate, you do not see an elevation change. There is no elevation change, and you'll see in the drawings where it's a conflict there, and I resolve it by finding it in the drawings, and I'm like, oh, no wonder I was trying to figure out what's this 1'6" about, and everybody said it's an elevation change, and I'm like, but I had data that said opposite to that, which was that image that we're looking at. And yet now I don't see that. I see 1 foot here, but I saw it over here, if you remember, and I put it over there in my brain. And then the next thing I know, I'm not paying attention to elevation changes. I'm thinking of it more like an overhang, architectural detail, like that. I just keep coming back to my mind. It pisses me off that I didn't see the elevation change. Maybe because I don't see it here. I like to make that up as my excuse. I don't even see the 2'6" over here anymore. Actually, I thought it was 1'6", but I don't even see it over here anymore. But I want to show you that what took place down here is interesting. The building is a 1 foot drop, but we have a transfer beam hiding back there. We have a transfer beam hiding back there on the lobby level. What is this holding? And it's only one. And there appears to be the railing, so I think I'm off by. That is the railing support, that detail we're looking at. So they got some overlays going on, but we're figuring this out. What the hell am I looking at? Structural plans, 877 columns. Let's get over to here again. Tower South, 82279. What the hell is this? But there is no 1'10" step up. As you can see, that gate opens directly with the car, where the cars are loaded in front of us. It opens directly onto and the pavers are the same, apparently, onto the pool deck. So the pool deck was partially loaded by vehicles on the other side of that column. Now, the transfer beam, maybe it was designed to help hold those vehicles to your right, but there were none to the left. So the beam where I say, what the hell am I looking at, the one right there, right below my mouse, not moving around the screen a bit. Let's see if I can back that up at all. I cannot. Perhaps that's for holding vehicles. This is what happens when you try to make a video late night. 10'10", 11'10", so that's 1 foot step up. I'm at the lobby, so I'm out here at the pool also. By default, I'm at the pool. 12'9", 10'10", step up to 11'10", up to 11'10". What the hell am I missing? So right here is where we see the cars. They're actually loading the pool deck at the same time. And it appears to be a transfer beam by the cars to the left, but not the cars to the right. So that would cause some overloading there also. It's onto the structure. 40 pounds per square foot, I think they're allowed for. So you get some heavy braking there, etc. You can exceed your dead loads via a shock load of the vehicle slamming on brakes. You can keep charging that, jackhammering that surface can be an issue. Am I doing this basement level? Okay, so this is on the pads. Oh, incidentally, these pads are not that deep, as I understand. This one is turned significantly the other direction. This one here. Okay, so out of the basement onto the next floor, we then run into a transfer beam over here. Oh, wait a minute. This can't be right, because this can't be right. This is weird. This is weird, because I don't see the rest of the transfer beams. I see this guy here. Is this in the ground? It's the lobby level. It's not in the ground. It's not labeled. You know, I can't look it up, like BM, XX. And there's our transfer up. So the lobby is actually lower than the carpool. But in reality, the lobby, the car deck and the pool deck and the lobby deck are all one and the same, apparently, at this point. This is lobby level framing, as you see right there. There are the piers, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 to 4. What the hell is this doing? 1, 2, 3, and 3 to 4, and then it's the main structure. It's in line with this, is in line with that apartment. What the hell? Deep transfer beam. This little sweet cakes goes all the way over. So that's these guys. These are on beams. Second floor. This is floor 1. Huh. Even for the over there. So coming back to, so that's lobby level. Another beam. Another transfer beam hiding out in there. Interesting. That's why it looked so crazy in that garage when I saw it. I was like, oh, it seems like there's multiple shifts. So that makes that building pretty strong. And it's like, I don't know what I'm looking at there. It looks like a wall in there. So that return, if you look right to the right of the building, will be return of concrete similar to where the gate is. And then you turn and put concrete there along with gate fencing. I'll show you in the next image. Column. So that's supporting the outer wall, and they wanted to put a beam further out here instead of me. There's your column. There's that rebar that's not present. It's the railing detail that let's see, 1, 2. All I gotta do is find the larger ones in line. This is the outer building, the second floor outer building, and the parking garage there. This is the pool deck area. Pool deck area. Let's see. So my stagger is here from these two staggered lines. They're not in line. This is in line. This is in line. And this is in line. Then it shifts. The stagger shifts. So the supports change from here to here, from here to here. The distances increase. They're not uniform. So that would make sense that the stresses would be greater between here and here. My bias. So I'm going to support my bias. The distance, it would be stronger between here and here. They're shorter spans considering the reinforcement is just about the same, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, the reinforcement's the same, but the distance is greater significantly from this center line to this center line, and from here to here. Center line is different. Our spacing in this direction is tighter But again, our distance is increased for that, but the spacing is the same. And we have our step up of 1 foot from right about here somewhere, and then up. This is the lobby level framing plan. Well, fuck me, because now we're on the same damn level. I'm inside the structure. I'm at the lobby level. Now I'm 1110. So you know what? And that's the date. This is just craziness. I just want to show you, craziness of trying to follow this shit. Now we have a better looking detail over here, and it's an opening here. Because here's the previous plans I showed earlier, 1110 to the left, and if you pause the video, you see 1010 to the right. So this is just craziness. These drawings are just conflict, craziness going on. Which one is correct? Which one supersedes? I don't know. Opening here. I guess it's a drain. 1110, 1110. Pool deck, garage area. You just drive right across at the lobby level, floor plane. You can take your car and just drive out onto the pool deck if it wasn't for the fence. But we had that 1 foot elevation change we saw. All right, so hold on. We got the one. Yeah, I'm not delusional. I am, but that's not this time. So zoom in. That's a gate. Well, damn it, that gate doesn't look like it's about the same level. And here it is, at the same level as the loaded cars on the deck, the pool deck, have these damn loaded cars there, so close in proximity to this weakened deck. So you got these cars coming in there, slamming on brakes, turning, backing up, and that live load of the cars becomes a permanent dead load pretty much as they stay there all the time. So I like to think of them as a dead load in that case, even though, they do leave. But lobby level has the pool. Lobby level has the pool, but we also have the 1 foot elevation change from low to high. Yeah, this is confusing as hell. And these are 822 plans too, right? 822 looking to the far right. Down here, 822. And that's why I said I thought it was an overhang. Because I recall in my brain that the parking garage and the pool deck were on the same elevation. So I didn't have this step up as everyone else saw and mentioned in the comments. And Gregory, you pointed that to my direction too about the other part of the building. But this conflict existed, and that's why I kept coming to the top of this addition, this part of the building, and saying, is that the overhang that we're looking at? Reality is some defect in the plans. Where I said they're overlaying like the roof deck or something. I remember now why I thought that wasn't an elevation change, because I couldn't get, I saw a conflict, and I kept pointing to you guys saying, I think that's the overhang. But no, it's just a defect in the plans. So now I don't feel that bad anymore. I feel about 88% bad. So, and this is the same dated plans, 822. 822 to the bottom right over here. So now, and this is lobby level. So I don't feel bad. So lobby level, and the lobby over here is the desk with glass that you can see through. 11 foot 10 also. So we get shearing of the deck, the pool deck, and the garage deck don't have the finish. Does not, the elevations do have are the same level. Let's scroll down. And again, these are very shallow, as I understand. They're not deep at all. That some of them have turned over, and you can see, in other words, they flipped over. Which means they really held good, which is kind of weird, right? Only thing they held over. So in summation, this deck we're looking at is also loaded by vehicles to the right of our image, to the upper right. This deck has vehicle loads that are significantly close to where my butterfly fracture is. So, we got what I would consider a dead load since they're continuously parking there. So there we go. There's my bias. And that bias is in the form of these vehicles sharing the same pool deck as the parking garage. So we got the pool deck rated at so many, is overloaded as so much, but then we also have the parking garage is connected to it with this hydraulic forces of these cars coming there, slamming on brakes, parking, spinning out, driving, and creating a shock load all around that area. So that would be my bias point to have my epicenter, my beginning failure, along with the stresses, the spans, etc., the decks area. And with all that said, I appreciate the women and men watching this, and glad you like take an interest in this. We have a epicenter. The cars seem like the fracture would have happened down the middle there, and that would give us an equal balance of those cars not shifting to the right. That coming from the one direction would have them equally lower and drop like that, not slide off. The cars are a good signal of how the deck failed also, how they're still in position through puncture, but also this whole system. All right, take care, guys.